Good to see you. Huh?
Do that again, go ahead.
Oh, we got to do the handshake again?
Do the handshake over again.
Hey, James, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. So it's been a good show so far, yeah?
Oh, amazing. It's, we've been back-to-back whole show. You know, a lot of people with good requirements and good questions. And no, it's good energy. We like it.
So, Storj is all about this new production cloud idea, cloud-centric workflows, making everything interoperable, and what you guys are doing seems like something that's going to bring this up to another level. You empower cloud-based workflows in new and interesting ways. Can you tell them about that?
Yeah, sure. So we've always been focused on workflow and orchestration. Last 5 years, we've really increased our integration count, so we're just up to now 160 different integrations.
Oh, congratulations.
Cloud, being one of them. And this is not just, hey, I have 160 connections, right? This is about real-world problem-solving and challenges, because Storj Production Cloud, that's great, but I'm currently on Nexus on-prem, or I'm in Lucid, or I'm, so how do I do this migration, right? And this is like changing wheels on the bus without stopping the bus, right? The show must go on. So what we do is we really focus on integrating with on-prem devices, cloud storage, on-prem transcoders, APC, basically anything that's needed in a supply chain or production workflow. But also we really focus on the provisioning side, because one of the mistakes we find a lot of people make is when you just look at the media workflow. So let's take an on-prem Nexus, right? We've got a project coming in, so we're going to do our ingest, and Cubix has a full solution for ingesting roles and transcoding and get that into Avid. But that Nexus share needs to be provisioned before the project starts. You're my freelance editor, so I need to make the AD account. And so one of the things we've realized is that actually if you look around the actual media flow, you find all these kind of provisioning and IT kind of workflow requirements that many systems don't address. So the nice thing about Cubix is that we're focusing on the full spectrum, not just the media flow, but if you will, kind of all the provisioning around that. And of course that then extends into the cloud, because if I want to use Storj's cloud, I need to make sure that I'm provisioning on demand, on time, getting the media in the right place, and then often I want to bring it back to prem for archive, or I'm distributing to another platform. So really it's around sort of seamlessly gluing clients who are cloud only, or who are looking at moving from prem to cloud, or doing that. And this year what we've really focused on is what we call Cubix Connect. And this is where we can take the power of the orchestration, but make it literally 60 seconds to onboard. So we're able now to set up connections very quickly, and literally bookings teams, non-technical individuals, they can go in there and they can then literally in seconds provision, connect and deploy. And what we love about that is the same orchestration power we've been using. This is not a new orchestration engine, rather this is just a simplification on the front of a very powerful box. So clients can start simple, it's quick, but also then they can still scale up as their requirements grow. So we're really excited about that, and we love Storj. We've been using that now for 2 years. We use it as a transfer network, we use it as origin, we use it as nearline storage, and so the production cloud is just a really logical next step. And the kind of sub 1 second, millisecond latency you guys are offering, it's a real exciting thing. And the nice thing is, of course, I can provision a bucket, I can put some media on it, and I can mount it. And there's a lot of other solutions out there, as we know, kind of doing this cloud editing, and generally speaking, that data is obfuscated. So from kind of my point of view as an integrator, it's great because I can provision via API, I can load up the media, you can do your creative process, but at the end of it, then I can take all that and easily archive it and distribute it.
It's a nice one-to-one relationship as you go between tools, right?
Yeah, completely, and that's what it's all about. It's interoperability. Storj is online storage, but I'll still tell a client to go use Deep Glacier or Azure Cold, or it's really important about educating clients about finding the right tool for the right job. And when we have so many integrations possible, that's our approach, right? We call it the expert friend. I'm not going to dictate to you, no, you must use this storage, you must use Telogy. I'm going to find out what works best for you, and maybe over the time you're going to change something out. And I think the more vendors who realize that it's about client enablement solutions, not point technologies, but also offering solutions that solve real problems. One of the problems we see in this hall and shows like this is there are technology solutions to problems that don't necessarily exist.
That's very true.
And keep it simple. Keep it focused. The production cloud solves a problem.
So there's a lot of new signage on this booth about this media-aware workflow.
Media-aware engine. So
what does that mean?
We're a big believer in our pick and mix approach. So just going to find one of my lovely branded bags here. So
oh my goodness.
English suites, do you have pick and mix in the US? Is that a thing?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you'd come home from school, you'd have your 20p whatever, and you go to the local store and you buy pick and mix of suites, right? And you choose the suites you want.
Oh, sure.
Well, into the technology, right? That's what we're all about. So we have a terrible pun here. Would you like some more?
I see.
Media-aware workflow engine. Apologies, everyone.
What's life without whimsy?
Exactly. But seriously, though, the whole point of this is that, how do you explain what we do? Because we do so many things for so many different people. And so the idea is that actually, we started life as a MAM, right? But for me, MAM was always about workflow. I found my asset, done well, right? I just want to do something. And so really, MAM requirements are workflow, and workflow's only as good as your integrations.
Sure.
So one of the things we've learned over the years is actually, let's go workflow first. So when we're working with Storj or anything like that, it's not just data, because I want to understand, the assets, the rasters, the codecs, the Avid files, and everything else, because then I can be more intelligent in my orchestration than, say, just doing data orchestration. So by having a media-aware workflow engine, I can leverage that intelligence to actually do more than, say, just plain data. So yeah, we settled on more as our kind of good explanation, and all puns intended with the sweets and pick and mix and everything else that we've got. But yeah, it's just one of the challenges we have over the years is because we do so much for so many people is in 30 seconds, how do you explain Ortana? And yeah, that's always been a challenge for us, and we think this year we've done a pretty good job in explaining.
I think so. You've won a booth award.
We have. We are finalists. It's the power of sugar. So nothing against our booth. We're very happy with the graphics, but honestly, I think if you put lots of candy on the front of it, you win awards. So
you tend to win the battle.
Next year, exactly.
All right, cheers. James, thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Take care.